Okay, fantastic guys. In the previous video I showed you how to create this little model in front of us. This model I called a standard base. Basically I created with standard grid. Now I'm going to start modifying this thing a little bit just to make it work a little bit better for us. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to move these upright beams, the vertical beams. I'm going to move them in 3 holes, so it will still stay standard grid because we define standard grid as 1 beam, 2 plates and 1 beam, and then every third hole will cross connect. So let's do this. Let's move these pegs first. I'm going to move it inside. We're going to create a little car with this thing, and then like that, and I'm going to move it up like that. It will take a moment or two to do that, but it's okay for us to. There we go. We can move you up. Let's place it. Okay, there we go. And then we'll just place this one straight over that one. There we go. And we do the same on this side. We'll move this up a little bit, like that. It's fit pretty okay there, and pretty okay there. And let's select the pegs, and we move the pegs first. We always move the peg first. I am going to create steps for this thing now, but I just want to make sure first that we get that's off center. Again, off center. So if you have a hard time with this, then the best thing you can do is to zoom in and fit it in the right place. There we go. There we go. I want this one up a little bit. You'll see, depends on which one you select. What you'll see is the rings need to fit as close as possible to the rings of these. So there we go. That is better. Now I can move this little guy up. Come on. I don't want to move that one. I want to move this little guy. And this is my computer acting out with me. But there you go. That looks okay. Good. And I'm going to move this one up and place it over there. So you can see we've placed it. I use this view to do that. Very easy. Now let's split this thing up into steps. First of all, so I'm going to work in this area now where all the parts are listed, and I'm going to have a look at the parts. So I'll select the part, and then you'll see there is the part that I selected. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a color so we can see which part it is. I don't want to work with that side though, so I'm going to do this side, and I'm going to start at that one. I'm going to move that up to the top, and then what I'm going to do is put the plates up. Now we've cut plates and we want the yellow plates, so that yellow plate I'm going to move up, and I'm going to take the other yellow plate and I'm going to move it up. So now we've got yellow plate, red beam, so I want that red beam also, so I'm going to move it up also to there, and then I'm going to add a step. You'll see in this toolbar there is step, add step, so you click and you put a step in there. Now we can have a look. You click on this view mode, and then you can play. This is what I've just done. I've put the base part in. That's the 4 things that I put in the base. So the next step will finish up the thing at the moment like that, which is too much. So I'm going back to edit mode, and now let's do the second part. We know this one and this one is going to be there, this one and this one. I want that beam to be back to its original red color. we now know what we are going to do, and we've got the plates, so this is easy. We'll just going to put in that one there for the plates. Now with the pins, we want to put all the pins in first, and then we will put in the beams for the pins. So this is how I'm going to do it. It's always better to first place the pins, and then in the next step add the things that you're going to put on the pin, whether it be beams or whatever else it may be. It makes it so much easier to see what's going on. So let's get back to view mode. That's the first one, that looks fine. Oops, that was a little bit fast. The second step, there we go, it still shows us where everything goes. Very easy to see where to place all the pegs. Great. And the last one, that's fantastic. Now we've added steps to this thing, which is fantastic. I think we also are going to start adding a few more things. So from this point, back to edit mode, I'm going to click there, add a new step, cancel, let's just go there, step, there we go. We've got the step. Now to my favorites. I'm going to search for a plate. 6x8 plate. I'm going to use a 6x8 plate. The plate is very, very skew at the moment, so I want the plate to flip over like that. It's flat, and I'm going to spin it like that. Good. There's our plate, and there comes the plate. Now we can see the plate is not quite where I want it, so I move it in that direction, and in this view I'm going to move this up again, and in this view we should be able to see. Now I want this plate to be a blue plate, so we click on the plate, make it a blue plate, and this shows you where the plate is at the moment. I'm going to use fine placement. Okay, so the fine grid, there we are, in the right place. Okay, let's see if this is placed correctly. So how do you know if you'll see it overlaps there? That's not good. So there we go, that's better. We've got a plate there, looks way better at the moment. Okay, we can do something with that. Then we've got these two plates. Yes, I think I'm going to duplicate this thing now, to move it up a little bit. So Control C, Control V to get it in the same step. It's also in the same step, just look at it. So I'm going to do this and place it there, and okay, it's not quite placed yet, so let's see. Yes, we want to move it up a little bit. There we are, it's placed now, it's next to the thing that we want, and we've got 2, 4. So at this moment it's a 2x8 plate. We can have a look on top. It looks fine, there is no problem there. We've got these things, so what would be the best thing? I see when I move this beam, it's a little bit out of alignment now, so I just want to move it back to where it's supposed to be. There we go. Nope, not yet. That's better. That's where I want it to be. Okay, so we can, let's see, 2x8, we can create a 2x8 plate. So let's find a few 2x8 plates again. I'm going down to the 2x8 plates. There's the 2x8 plates. I'm going to take one, put it up there like that, and I'm going to take another one and put it next to it, and then it should fold the thing up like so. So there it is, filled up. Now we can probably do something interesting with this and add a few things. So I want to go up, see what we got. I did not, when I did my favorites, add these things to favorites, so I'm going to go my Technic bin and down a little bit. So what I'm going to do is, let's let's use this. I think I'm going to use this thing, and I'm going to spin it. I'll spin it just now a little bit more. There we go, like that. I want it like that. And let's zoom in here. I'm going to have to place it somewhere like there. Okay, so I want to place it. I want to make sure. You'll see there we are a little bit offline while we're at it. Let's just get to the fine grid and move it up. Move this one too much. Wrong way. For some other reason my mouse is very sticky today. I need to do something about that. That is fine, and that is fine. Okay, now that job is done, and we can go to the middle. This has got a cross hole, so I'm going to need to use a peg with a cross hole. That means I will probably use something like this, and it would be blue, true enough. So oops, this is not good. I don't want to do this like that. I want it level, and then go to coarse grid and just do this. Have it up a little bit. Now let's see, it's going to place right where I want it. Let's see, there, and we can move it up a little bit. Let's go fine again. Okay, I'll go fine again. It looks pretty okay there. We release, and we're going to place it in there. Kaboom. So come on, there we go. It's a little bit too deep. There we are. That's where we want it. And then we're going to take this thing. I'm going to give it another color. Let's just make it black, and we'll put it up there inside that thing and move it up and down, down. There we go. We've got it down, and I think we can use a 2-axle for this job. Let's go up 2-axle side, 2-axle, that one. I'll use this 2-axle. Okay, and we want to go up like that, and then I'm going to get to tip it over like that. Let's see, before we do too much of it. Now I like to do it like this. It's not necessarily the best way to do it, but there we go. It's pretty much where I want it. Red, because it's normally red, and we go inside there. Let's see what it looks like there. It looks great. That's better. That's where I want to place it. Now we've added Technic pin up to Technic plates there. I'm going to put in a step again. So let's just have a look quickly at what I've done up to now. There's step, there we go. Okay, there we go. That's up, that's fine. I see I've changed the color of that pin. Need to do something about that. I don't want the pin to be a blue pin. I want it to be a black pin because that's the right one. That should be a blue pin though, that's fine. Let's have a look at what's going on here. That's better, we can do it like that. Will work better, okay. And now let's see, I think I'm going to use this one, and we'll rotate it a little bit. Rotate it a little bit. Let's see if we can get the angle right for this thing. Yeah, we've got a good angle for that black. The angle is just fine, so I'll make that black also. fit well together, and I'm going to need another one. Now I want it straight, so another 3-axle notched axle, and we are going to spin it up to there, and then I'm going to level it out again. Okay, that's one too much. That should do the trick for us. We'll take it and put it inside there. Now let's see what I did from the top. Yep, that looks fine. From this side, well, that looks pretty okay. Let's see. It's sort of, yes, I think that's fine. We can change the view angle to right angle, and then we'll see it's a little bit like that. It needs to rotate a little bit though. So let's go to the coarse one. Oops, you see what happens? That's not something you want to happen here, and not something you want to happen, and that's too much. So we are going to spin it around until we get to pretty much where we want. Yep, I think that should do the trick for us. And then from technique we go to favorites, back to our favorite spin. Let's go down. I am going to use a pulley wheel for a steering wheel. Let's do this, spin it around like that. I want it to be gray. There we are. We are going to make it gray. Okay, there we are. And then, okay, that thing is a little bit skewed. So this part was not quite placed correctly. And we can, let's see, there we are. I want, oops, let's do this. And there we go. That's way better. Way better. Now this thing rotated, so I'm probably going to have to rotate it back again. Let's rotate it. It takes a little while, so it's actually a whole lot easier to build with Lego than to do the CAD program. That is very true though. Let's do it like that. But if you like to create steps and things for people to follow, this would not be a bad way to do it. There we go. Okay, so you've got that, and now let's zoom out a little bit. And okay, so we are going to place some axles in this thing. Let's go up here, axles, Technic axle, 12 axle. My axle placement again, oops. Okay, too much. There we go. That's not it. So what I'm going to do is, if you got something like that, and it's because of these things that you do have it, and it's a real nuisance to sort it out straight. So I'm going to get one that's really straight, and then I'm going to place it, and immediately you've got it straight. And all you need to do is go up top there and pull it to the correct step. Pull it down to step bottom. There we go, step bottom. Now at bottom step, things are straightened out. We go up again. That's a neat little trick that works most of the time anyway. Okay, and we want it there. This would be a black axle. There we go, black axle. Let's see, that's a little bit far over. Let's see. I think that should be okay. And then 12 axle to the back again. Let's see what it looks like on this side. Just move it up to where it should be. There we go. Okay, great. We've got those two 12 axles. So let's add, okay, before we add step, let's select them and make them black. There we go. Right, that's fantastic. I see I've got a little bit of problem with one of these things. Let's straighten it up first. Okay, let's have a look again at what we are busy doing with our steps. There we are at the moment. Next step, next step. Okay, great, next step. Cut that thing. Oops, something's weird. Look there. This doesn't make sense. So this thing is in the wrong step. Okay, so we need to do something about that. I think we need to add these things together in one step. Okay, so let's go back to our mode. There's that word and that one. I want to see what's going on here. So let's see, that one, black Technic angle connector, I think, and Technic angle connector. So I can take this thing and just move it up there. Let's have a quick look at what's going on here now. Go again, dip, dab, loop, there we go. Ah, that's better. We can live with that. Way better. Right, fine. Let's continue. I'll change my angle to left angle again. There we are. Right. Okay, I want back to edit mode. We are in edit mode and there we are. And I think there's enough things here to warrant a step, so we'll stop the step there. And I'm going to put in bushings on the axles to keep the axles in place. So let's work on that first. We'll put bushings on the axles. There's our bushings. Okay, and like that. There's the bushings. We've got our axles. I want to do this. Zoom in a little bit. Maybe I should open up this thing a little bit more so we can see a little bit more clear what's going on. So I'm going to take this bushing and I'm going to spin it, kaboomy, and I'll make it gray, and then I'm going to center it right there. There we go. This is not quite where I want it. I want it there. Right, that one, and now I'm going to place that bushing. Let's see if that one is in a good place. Yep. Okay, so I'll go to this one and place it. That's fine. And I'll go back to this one and I'll place it. That's not so fine. That is jumping around and I don't like it. That's better. Okay, so we've got our bushings on. We've got a steering wheel. We've got that. Right, now let's go down to the wheels. I want this wheel hubs. Let's put the wheel hub in. The wheel hubs are yellow, so I'm going to put the yellow wheel up there, and I'm going to put the yellow wheel up there. Let's see what it looks like on this one. Oh, too much. There we go. And we do it on top also. That side wheel hub. A little bit off. There we go. And to this side wheel hub there. One too much. There we are. Wheel hub. We've got those guys on, and I think at long last we can probably put wheels on like so, and that's off center and it's black. And what we want to do is want to move it up to center there. Okay, there we are. Well, sort of center. That's center. There we are. So let's have a look at that one, and we'll do that one. We'll go back to that side. There we are. Fine. That looks okay. And we'll do the wheels on this side. Grab the wheel, put it up there, one up there. Okay, that should work. and this side we'll put up the wheel there. There we go. Right, let's have a look at what's going on here. What is my wheels look like? Okay. I wonder. Now we're looking here at that thing there, which is not good. Okay, and I've got a feeling that my wheels need to spin around. Yeah, I'm right. There is the wheel. That's what it should look like. So I've moved the wheel up. I want the hub to move up a little bit also. There we go. Okay, so let's see where I am. There I am. Okay, so I've got the wheel. I want it a little bit more center than that. There we go. Okay, so that wheel looks fine, and we'll see if we can do something about the rest of the wheels. So that seems to be one wheel. Let's see. I want this wheel spin around. That's better. We can spin that around a little bit. I'll leave it like that. Fine. Now we look at the wheels that look fine. I think we still have a problem. This is front side. Let's do view angle, back side, and see. Those wheels are fine. Look at these wheels. They are placed. They've got the rings. That's fine. There's no problem with that. So we've got our wheels going. There's just one thing, and this is not what I like to see. I'll want this one to move up. It's way off, and I'll probably want this one to move in a little bit like that. We want some space there, else it will be against the wall, and we're going to have to fix it on the other side also. So I'll move it up like that. One more. There's a little bit daylight there, and we want daylight there. And then let's do it on this side also. We're going to need a little bit of daylight there. And move that one up, and then we'll move that one. There we go. So we've got a little car now. If you look at this thing, there's our little car, and I think we need something to drive the car, else that would be silly. So let's generate something, and I want to open this up for now, and let's do this. We add a step. Now I'm going to go to minifig generator. I'm going to create for myself a minifig. So cap, yeah, I don't like that cap. Let's see if we can find something else. No, not that one. Here, long stripe. Nah, I don't like that. Back sleek. Yeah, that looks fine. We can do that one. Blue hair, not so much. I'd rather have brown hair. Okay, so it's got brown hair, and neck can stay. You can have whatever things you want. Beard, short. Let's. Ooh, that's not a short beard. Okay, so let's try and try some hair beard. Ooh. Okay, I can see why they call that one a short beard. Okay, eagle wing, cape cloth. I don't think I want anything there. That just looks silly. Okay, so head, standard grin pattern. Let's see. Yes. yeah, this guy is driving a very fast car, so he's got a very face. I wonder, can you change the face color? Let's try that. There you go. Maybe we can get the, yeah, let's have that one, it's fun. Hip, plain hips. What can we do with the hips? Let's see. Iron armor. Stormtrooper pattern. Yep, okay. Torso. Let's do something with the torso. Black diagonal stripes. You can. Okay, this guy looks plain weird. Okay, anyway. I want something else. I don't like that business suit type. Castle breastplate, classic space pattern. Let's see, crown dark blue. Okay, let's try that. Left arm, I want blue, and right arm I want blue. Okay, so then legs. Let's do the leg part. I think we go for grey leg, and leg, plain leg, plain leg, plain leg. We'll go for that one, I believe. That's what we took. Okay, yes. Okay, so we've got a minifig and we've changed the minifig. Okay, insert into current file. Okay, we insert into the current file. Eyebrows. Right. Left leg accessories. We don't need any accessories. This guy is driving a car, so we'll just say okay. Yes. And you'll see my minifig is, now you'll see all these things for the minifig, and this is where you need to select them all to make sure that you can move your minifig where you want it. So I'm going to move this up, else it's very hard to get your minifig into place. So that's the first thing. And the second thing that I want to do is I'm going to turn, my minifig is a little bit low, so I'll probably going to have to, let's do this. I am going to put in a step, cancel. I'm going to put in a step here. Okay, let's step. We've got a step there behind. This is our whole minifig that we got. So I want to go up to bricks. I want to place a brick in there, so my minifig has something to stand on to drive the car. There we go. And now I'm going to select the whole minifig again, like that. And I'm going to jump up a little bit. There we go. Let's see if I can move the minifig up a little bit there and down there. There we got. Gotta go. I think we will have a problem with the minifig. We are going to have to go a little bit backwards. Oops, that's too much. Let's do it fine. That's better. Right, we've got this guy with a sleek view, mini hand, minifig arm. So I need to select the arm and the hand. So you click on the arm, click control, hold control down and click on the hand. And now we're going to try and rotate. So let's see. There we go. There we go. We're a little bit far away from that thing. And let's see. So we're going to have to do this. Control again, click, select, and then we rotate that one also. Good. So we've got our minifig up there, and let's see. I want to select the whole minifig. Where's my minifig? Minifig. Select everything. I want to move the minifig a little bit forward. So I think we are going to move the minifig forward up to there. Now the big question is, did I place it? That is fine, that placement is great. So we are going to move the minifig until it fits perfectly where it should be. There we are. So that is fine. Now we've got a problem here, and all I need to do is I'm going to move this up so that it grabs the steering wheel like that. Right, let's see what's going on. I think we are going to have to maybe we'll move it up a little bit, and there we are, so we can see what's going on here. There's our hand. It's a little bit twisted, so maybe let's first do it coarse and see. Okay, that is the direction in which I want it to turn. Fine. So I'm going to do this and turn the hand a little bit outwards like that, and I'm going to do the same on the other side. Take the hand and move it a little bit outwards like that. Great. That should do it for us. So our guy's got a new part, and let's see, brick 2x4. So from this step I think we can add a few more things. So let's add another brick there. Okay, brick in the middle, not quite where I want it. Let's move it up to there. I think I want to zoom in a little bit more. There we go. That is fantabulous. And we'll make it a red brick. Let's make it a red brick. Okay, we've got a red brick, and now next to it I'm going to put another red brick. Another red brick. Booms. Okay, there we go. That looks fine. And we can put another red brick, and I'm going to put it straight on top there. Let's see, in the middle. So there we are, in the middle. Yeah, I think we can do that. This would be a good enough car for us for now. I think you can go and draw it. That is how we created steps and how we can finish up with this thing and make it look better. That's one of the reasons why I use standard grid, because you have something to start with and then you can continue building from that upwards. Especially with this little base, you can do quite a bit with the base. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video here for now, and then we will continue with a new project in the next video. But before we do that, let's go File, and I'm going to save as. We'll save the project as, I don't want to save standard grid. I'm going to standard grid car. There we go. So we've got a standard grid car, and we should be pretty happy with what we got. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be seeing you in the next video then.